Oh my goodness. Hello, hello. Okay, so I'm just finishing the last bite of this food, but I definitely wanted to come on and pop online real quick because everyone's sending me tons of messages. And like when I look at my WhatsApp, everyone's like, so what's up? Are you coming outside? What's going on? What's going on? And I have to be honest, this is Scorpio season. Hey, I'm Scorpio, sun sign, which means I am the sign of eternal transformation. And so this month, October, we have two moons happening. Let me go ahead. Hello. Let me go ahead and open up my Zoom so people can pop on. This was so impromptu. I had no idea it was going to come online, but I'm like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and do it anyways. I've got my water. You guys definitely, if you get a chance, you definitely want to charge your water. And you can just close your eyes and just put your hands on your water and just say, I'm in a happy and an intimate relationship with whoever it is you are in a relationship with. My family is harmonious and everyone is loving and at peace. I have more than enough money to buy and do all of the things I wish to do in one day. Speaking of, let's pause from this. I hope you guys have WhatsApp. It seems as if it's like growing in proportion in my days. So when I have my surf trips every morning, you guys can follow me out there. I've kind of wrecked a few times. My foot was really bloody. Oh my goodness, my foot was bloody. I had to like go and get a pedicure today because uh yeah, sometimes like eating a bunch of rocks when you are coming off a wave, or when like maybe you're coming out of the water and then all of a sudden there's just rocks and there's no way to like get around it. But my toes look good. So you guys, it's just one of those days right now. I and a few other of my friends have chosen to stay in tonight, just because it's just heavy. The energy is beautiful. It's like a time where we're stepping into like deep emotion. And this is a full moon. It's in Scorpio, and actually it's in Taurus because the opposite sign of in Scorpio is Taurus, 6 months from ahead. And so, there's a lot of emotion, a lot of surprises, and at the same time, Mercury is in retrograde. So I know I said like you guys are like, keeping your grace while doors are slamming in your face. I made that video post a while ago. I hope you guys can see. I have like my extreme lights on up there. I think maybe I can turn on this lamp. But I've straight up have said I'm not moving forward with any major choices right now. It's just not in my best interest to do that because with where things are planetarily, let's just kind of talk about this for 1 second. Okay. So right now, let me also go live on my Facebook. 1 second, guys. Oops. There we go. Okay, somebody's got fish, or fish is on. Oh, fish show. There's a live fish show. I'm so new to this. How do I do a live? I'm so new to technology in this. Like it took me a while for my friends to show me how to set up my even my Zoom. Like when you pay to have a Zoom session, like even the account, I was like, so how do I link all of this? And like it was really interesting for me. I'm going to keep talking as I'm doing this. But so there was the moon and the half of the month, which was the very first day of October. A lot of really cool, interesting things happened. But then at this, on the flip side of it, there was a lot of things going on. Like a few of the beaches had closed around here, which made, one of my projects, which is surfing, and just being better every single day, it made it really difficult. There was maybe like two beaches we could surf in, and when things closed, it was really confusing. A lot of people would have to go outside of town, which, I mean, generally speaking, that's the norm. You don't really stay in a beach more than 2 days to surf the exact same wave. You, generally speaking, want to go and like either follow where the swell is going to be or whatever the report is, and go to that space. So, yeah, it made things kind of really difficult. The energy was super weird. Like, it was so weird. And so, there was a lot of like doors slamming in the face. Like, people's, like, I was wondering, why are people being so weird? I mean, the waves here aren't even like tumultuous, they're not swelly. And then, wow, guess what? I realized that Mercury, the planet of communication, was in retrograde. So we were going backwards. And I just felt that when I said, when doors are slamming in your face, you're still being cool and moving forward with things. I made my own personal choice not to make any quick choices, like no rash decisions whatsoever, not in business, nothing, because I just knew like something is off. So I just kept my butt at home. Like, and that's honestly that's what's happening now. Okay, here we go. On the live video on Facebook. What's up? Okay, here we go. We're gonna allow. Choose how you want to set up. I mean, that's cool, I guess. All right. Woo! Oh my gosh. Hi. Go live now. Let's see. Okay, it does look like I'm live. Okay, great. So, hello to everybody who's upcoming. I'm just chatting a little bit about, let me just open up my Zoom. So, yeah, the technological advances have been super weird. So, I was just sharing, like, okay, this is October, yo. Like, this is a time when we're in Dia de los Muertos. This is a time where it's Halloween. So the spiritual veil, what's happening right now, this is like when you are communicating between worlds, the spiritual world, your ancestors, people who have passed away, angels, demons. This is the best time to do it. And also, I was talking to my designer, because I had something going on with a dressmaker out here, and she was saying, like, she didn't quite understand what was going on. She was feeling like her friends were really nice to her face, yet like she was feeling negative energy. And like, I sure as I'm slapping the back of my hand to make a point, y'all. And let me get comfortable. Oh my God. Let me get comfortable. And as I'm like really honest about this, whoo, it was a lot. Like, I had to, it's because you're intuitive. And this is why you're feeling like this, because you're intuitive and you can just tell something else is going on. This is now you're starting to feel their spirits. This is a time now where you can start to see people's spirits. And maybe you're not physically seeing the spirit, but like if you're just getting a weird vibe, like, why is my friend, like, I feel like they might be talking about me. And don't get me wrong, that might happen in a lot of cultures, but this is also a time where you are being asked to ascend a little higher. And so if you're feeling negativity or rays of negativity, or what we call psychic attacks, when somebody thinks about you, you don't realize that they don't realize that you can feel it. I talked a lot about this before, right? About my uncle. I could like feel, about people around me. I could just like feel miles away across the world when they were thinking negative thoughts about me. roommates. I mean, it was just a lot. Like I could feel it. Those is what I call you call a psychic attack. So my drinkers, like, girl, I didn't know what was happening. I felt like, things were really cool, but then they were really nice and smiling in my face. But I was just feeling like super weird energy. And that's when I told her, like, you know what, that's exactly, that's what it is. You're actually like more intuitive and you're more in tuned with a lot of these your clairvoyance. And so we can do a little stuff about that for this full moon today, because it is really powerful. We can just do a few things just to make sure that you are completely radical and prepared for this next installation. Now, I don't want you guys to feel any fear. Like, okay, yeah, it's Dia de los Muertos, it's Day of the Dead, it's the la primera día, it's the first day, the Dia de los Muertos. And for that, I think and know that like it's a celebration. However, with this full moon and the lunacy and the two energies that are happening, not like in the middle of the month, but literally marking the first and the last day of when the spiritual veil is super thin, I just felt like, I'm just gonna go. I got like the housekeeper came, cleaned my room, filled up new water. I mean, I can just charge a whole bunch of water and stay inside and get prepared for a lot of the things that are upcoming. For example, like huge projects, like fun things, like beauty rest, like, the list can go on and on. So, you guys, I want you to get a notebook if you're online watching, or just try to remember a few things. And I want you to get some water. So this is nothing super weird in what you can't do every day. This is nothing weird out of what you could do in your daily routine. So with your notebook, definitely write down everything that happened this month that you really enjoyed, things that you like, your total wins. And then just kind of talk about, just go into all the amazing things that happen. It's like a pipe, right? You can just like wait, anticipate, paddle a little bit, and then just ride inside of that pipe. And just do as much as you can. And in the energy of like, gaining the momentum before you even stand up to like catch the wave, it's coming. You got that look in your eye, you're excited, you're like ready for it. This is how you can be when you're wrapping up your month. So remember, tomorrow's another day, but this full moon is actually, it's like a completion of something. And it's also like an area of communication. So when you're reviewing all the things that have happened this month, or just kind of this period of time, it could be since COVID started. Really, it's completely up to you. But just celebrate all of your wins. And then next, I want you to make a very honest, very, very, very detailed and honest account of certain aspects of your life. So, for example, let's just say you had a quarterly goal to write and edit a book. Just like get as many pages as you could. Let's just say, for example, you were doing it January. So let's say you started in November for National Novel Writing Month and you wrote 0 to 50,000 words and just got it all out of your system. And then in December, you had all the rest of the stuff that you were planning to do. For example, you were building your calendar, and then you were making sure that, oh, what's happening? Is the Wi-Fi okay? Yeah, okay. I'm like live still. What is happening with this? Oh, okay. I don't know. I just hope this is still all right. Okay, so oh my goodness. Oh wait, 1 second, guys. I didn't realize I had to. Oh wait, no. Wait. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. So how do I Also, I want to say that there is an election coming up. Oh my goodness. By the way, Sopes, hey. I will eat this before like more and more people start joining. I don't know. Right, there we go. All right, totally launched it. All right. A huevo. ¿Qué pasó, chicos? Okay, so welcome to today's live stream Full Moon Dia de los Muertos broadcast. So, what am I talking about right now? What's going on? I just want to say hello. I don't really celebrate Halloween. I don't think I ever actually have that much. But for those of you who are and maybe tuning in for like the beginning and end of this, I just want to equip you with a few tools. So when you're kind of reviewing your month at the end of the next month and for however long you plan to do this is simple tactics that you can just apply to your everyday life or even your wrap-ups for the end of the month. Now, what's super special about this is that the spiritual veil is very, very thin. When you're speaking benedictions, when you're speaking positive things into your water, into your life, into your meditations in the morning, into your prayers, into whatever it is that you're saying in certain challenges that you're conquering. Maybe you're taking on a new exercise. Maybe you're like getting better at Muay Thai or surfing or sewing, or you're learning new things for, this AI and information age of life. And you're just like, okay, I need something that I can like implement every single day. So this morning I was reading this book called How to Prosper in Hard Times by Napoleon Hill. I think it was Napoleon Hill. I, for real, have been reading about 4 books a day and like all of the other stuff that I'm doing of it. But the good thing is that there is YouTube audiobooks, and this is actually how I'm watching a large majority of the books, because other than that, all of that's kind of just what I'm taking with me. I have so much. I'm a millennial, we like little stuff. So we like to be mobile. So it's easier to completely keep learning digitally. So the first thing you want to do when you're moving forward and like confirming everything is just affirm positivity and abundance into your life. And why do I keep talking about water? I'm going to tell you one of the science behind water. The first thing is that, your body is composed of how much percent of water? That's the majority of what your body is made up of is water. So when we put more of what your body is made up of, it's just 10 times more powerful. After exercise, after everything, what is the first thing you need to do? Just drink water. When you wake up in the morning, what do you do? Drink water. So water is powerful. Now, whether you're in front of and I keep using the ocean reference because give me a break here. I like the surf. So when you're in front of large amounts of water, this is so important. You have to affirm positive things. This is what you're ingesting in your body. So when we're thinking about prospering during particularly hard times, it doesn't necessarily have to be today or just in general. You want to speak specifics, not I'm wealthy. That's okay, but whatever it is that you are doing to wrap up the rest of your day, again, you just want to keep speaking this into your water. And it may help you to just close your eyes and envision everything within a white light or a huge white space. Why white, Marina Kate? Why are you even talking about that? Well, white is a very pure color. And when I work in this in theta, you definitely want to go go up. I work in the 7th plane, which is the plane of the creator of all that is. There are 7 different planes of existence. The 6th plane is the universal laws, the law of abundance, the law of gravity, the law of supply and demand, the law of duality. All of these things exist. But beyond all of that, and then like in the fifth plane, we have angels, we have demons. Now we can call on those things in lower planes, but why would we want to do that when we could just be above, like where the Most High is? So that's why I recommend closing your eyes and just speaking love and light into this and any water that you're around. You want to affirm positivity. Whenever somebody's affirming lack, run away. Like Robert Kiyosaki says, like losers like walk really slow and then run super fast away from those losers. Yeah, really, because it's important. So as you're recapping your day and you're making sure, okay, hey, like now I'm seeing something into completion. This is the end of something. You're not necessarily creating a new manifestation. You're seeing the end of something, that like an end of a cycle. So this is like, okay, I'm affirming that I'm like, all of my dreams are here. I'm affirming this is what it feels like to ... And don't ask as if like you're asking God in your prayers. When you decree and declare something, it's already done. Like that's the first thing you have to know, is that you're just saying it as if it's happened. I'm in a joyous and intimate relationship with this person. My family and I are just like harmonious and everybody's happy and at peace. I have an incredible career and I feel challenged every single day in a way that satisfies me. And I'm excited to wake up in the morning. My lungs are breathing and I'm happy that my immune system is incredible. So you want to just keep speaking positive things into your water. And if it's something specific that you want, take it a notch up. And I learned this actually, like there's a few ways to do this. So the first way is that you can tap this space, which is like known as the middle of your eye. And you can tap it and just say it started, and really rub your hands together super fast as you can, and just affirm a lot of things. Like this is amazing. I have a relationship with someone. They're so good. We're amazing. And just keep going until you're generating all of this energy into your hands, and just keep doing it. Do it for about 30 seconds. Do it for about a minute. Do it for however long it takes. You can do this privately in your house before you go. You can do this in your car. I'm so happy. I'm getting more and more money. Everything keeps flowing to me. The money is an infinite part of the universe, and there's an infinite supply. I'm a money magnet. So you can do something like this. I'm catching every incredible wave, and it feels so good to ride this pipe. And then your hands should be really vibrating, like you can feel it. And you can just cover the water with this, and then allow that energy to go into the water, and then begin to drink it. So now that you have your water and you've done your exercise, let's sip it. Wow, that is sweet. Now, you want to do this and drink the water kind of soon. Within 30 minutes or so, you definitely want to drink it super soon. But my water is so sweet. And the other thing you can do is take a piece of paper. Now my water is actually outside. I have 2 big gallons and a little glass receptacle, a glass pitcher. You can leave and write all of your things that you are affirming in your life in capital letters on a piece of paper, and stick the written part to the water. You definitely want to use glass because it's a good conductor of energy. So, honestly though, I've been to a lot of like remote towns, villages, and sometimes these things are not available, to be honest. So only God knows where only God knows where He is sending me. And so I let's just make do with what you have. Some people just have water pack sachets, like plastic water sachets, and they're drinking water out of plastic sachets. So Just put the energy on top of it. Doesn't matter what it is, but just put that energy into the water and then drink it. And you'll be really shocked what happens, and just like watch and see how it continues to grow within your life. So the next thing, yeah, the first thing was to rub your hands and speak into your hands and put it that energy around the water. The next second thing again is to write what it is you're being sure of on that piece of paper, and have the written paper sticking to the water. Now let me pull you aside and just tell you this story. There's there's a movie or a documentary I watched years ago. I honestly, it's called What the Bleep Do We Know? And so there was an experiment done with just two words and two different glasses of water. One said love and the other said hate. And so the love water actually, as it crystallized, I think it was even an ice cube. You could just see what happens when the water has specific energy to it. So everything is neutral, but whatever you're putting into it, you shall reap. Like, yeah. This also is talked about when I share Earl Nightingale's strangest secret. He's known as the Dean of Self-Development. And he talks about how energy just is, money just is. It was also in the Money Bible course I just did. And so whatever, it doesn't matter what intention you're speaking, the ground is going to just produce the exact same thing. It doesn't matter if it's nightshade or if it's cyanide or if it's like cotton and like maybe tomatoes. You're going to get everything that you have put in. This is just a universal law. So there's that is the letter. And the next thing is you can leave it out under the moon and just let the water and the note that you have just sit there. Let it just sit there for a little bit and see what happens. Definitely see what happens. But this water is sweet, so like I might go get some more. And I'm actually comfortable in my house and like was not expecting that I was going to go live. So, oh, what happened? Yeah. See, maybe this is the No Pants Club. I'm not sure. But I'm going to plug in this light too so you guys can get a little bit more vision. So the next thing, I want you guys to grab your notebooks. Now this is super cool with your notebook. And we're going to go through each area of your life just briefly. It doesn't have to be so intense. But I'm going to close my blinds. You never know what kind of zombies are out here. And maybe it's not just for fun. Let me find my notebook. Here we go. So I want you guys to put a list, and just very honest list, all the things that have gone well this month. And you want, let's be specific. Oh my God, I had it all this time. Thank God. I had a charger. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is like write down your living space. All the things that happen inside of your home and your living space, your housing. What is really good about your housing? Just take like a few seconds. Write down the awesome stuff that happened in your housing. Next thing, you want to have a bulletin that's your finances. What was like super awesome about something this month that happened within your finances? What good, and what was something like you can continue to like, wow, that was super awesome that happened. And then friendships. What kind of things happen, or just relationships in general? What were good things that happened? Where was something that you just like super loved about this? And then the next, volunteering. Because remember, you cannot receive with a closed fist. If you're holding on to some kind of like what you want, you have to be able to give something back in order to receive, or just give something at all. It doesn't have to give back. You're just giving forward. So what things were super awesome that you did, in giving back? Now let's talk about other things like healthy planning. What about your like nutrition? What was your nutritional intake? That is so important. Like you guys have seen my WhatsApp and every acai bowl, I'm like nami nan. It's so hard. And okay, the next is your fitness. Like what were some things physically within your physical life? Now let's not forget your physical life, but your sexual life as well. All these are pluses, okay? And then the next is, so we did finances. The next is you want to write down, oh my goodness, self-development. Excuse me. So what were like some awesome ways within your self-development that you're like, dang, like that was just bomb. That was so freaking bomb. I love that that happened. It was super bomb. Hey, Jonah. Hey, love you, bro. Happy Halloween. I hope you're staying indoors, bro. Are you in Colorado? Hey, I hope you're writing all this stuff down. Are you going to come out here? I miss you. We got to have a dinner party soon. And then just write down all the amazing stuff that happened. Now it's time to get real with yourself. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let me check my Zoom and then my YouTube. Okay, so get real with yourself. All those areas you just wrote down, write what areas you could improve. Like what was like, oh damn, I really could have done something better than that. Definitely do that. This is the only way. You guys, I don't care how controversial these people are. I read a lot of books. In Think Like a Billionaire by Donald Trump, he says, there's some things you have to know at the very beginning. You cannot be asking other people advice for things you could answer yourself. Only you know yourself best. So sit down and really look at this, no matter how ugly it is, but you have lived your life every day. And let's be honest, if I told you what was messed up, you would resent me. So it's best to do it yourself and like see what comes up. So now you have a good little working frame of kind of how to handle your month and prepare for what's coming up. So let's do a little chat on astrology right quick. So Mercury, this planet of communication, goes direct, I think sometime on the 3rd or after that. If you had experienced any of the things I talked about earlier in this video or in previous videos about communication being super weird, I mean, I hadn't looked up any planet alignments at the time, but I was just kind of like, yo, why is people acting super, you know what I mean? Like, it was just because of Mercury retrograde and also like where things are and the shutdowns. So I want you guys to just kind of prepare, not just, oh God, like, but just really let's be smart about what's happening when we're preparing. So what's going to happen in the next few weeks is the energy is definitely going to change. Now, how you are affected by things is different. I mean, I can actually hear some of you like that I've either had coaching sessions with or who's going to watch this later. And you're going to be like, but I don't believe in astrology. But that's okay. And I don't mean to make that voice, but let's be real. Okay. We're spinning on a rock floating in the middle of outer space. Even when there's a lockdown in your hometown, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel the energy of everything else surrounding you, and it's going to have an impact on you. And this is the same thing that happens with the planets. So there is a huge, we're in a huge nebula. You're going to feel energies. You're going to feel asteroids. You're going to feel volcanoes. You're going to feel small earthquakes. And this is okay. It's normal. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this. However, let's just be real, and let's plan. We want to be really smart about all the things that are upcoming. So let's talk about, the election and some of the things that are upcoming and maybe some things that you want to be anticipatory about. So not in every place of the world, there's not an election. but it's something that people are talking about because when they're either traveling around the world or they're talking about certain things, it can make us lunatic. And like, hello, we're into like full moons. This is lunacy, period. So you want to keep it positive. You want to be really aware of where is that you're going. You're looking at all of your health standards, your daily practices, your self growth, your finances. You're looking at your physical body, all the things that you're eating, and you're going to be sure about what it is that you're about to get. So when everybody else is crying, saying, "Oh my God, COVID was so awesome," you're going to be like, "It was awesome, awesome." You're going to be happier when you have an objective look at your life and nobody like told you what was wrong with your life. You were pretty sure about it. So also, when you're looking at your friendships too, let's be honest, we're asking now for upgrades of things. So you want to be prepared. Like if the rest of the world, well, I'm saying the rest of the world, if Europe is having a second shutdown and we're going to follow in suit of that, you want to be a little bit prepared and not in a fear mongering, "Oh my God, Miranda K, what are you speaking about?" way. I'm talking like you want to be prepared. Like, oh, okay, I knew that there was going to be a shutdown anyway. And, I had 6 songs to write. I had a book that I had going on. There was websites I could have, looked at templates of calendars or whatever and begin to like create my own calendar. You could just be quite productive during this time, and you could maybe plan your escape route. Maybe what's about to happen during winter, maybe where you live, winter is not your deal. Like maybe a lot of my friends have come like from the northern hemisphere, Canada, New Hampshire, New York, New Jersey. A lot of my friends are like that I've come into. They want to be in warmer weather, and like what a great place to do that and be like kind of anticipate these things before they come. So if you know everything is going to a digital age and you've looked at your list of the things that like you've done really well, keep doing that, but add your genius and add what you're aware of. So let's say the election causes some sort of strife. I'm not here to be in any sort of politics at all. We're just going to be like, let's just have a real talk here. So let's say, okay, everyone doesn't know who the president is going to be for like a week. Are you going to allow that energy to mess up everything for you? "Oh man, this new person got in office. Oh man, this guy stayed in office." Or we don't know who's going to happen. Or are you going to rely on all of your income on like disability? Are you going to rely all of your income on unemployment or a brand new stimulus check? No, you're going to prepare whatever it is that you know is coming, because we are now in a digital age. If you need to go online and look up different courses on how to sell things on Amazon, this is your time to do that. If you need to learn or hire some brand manager to teach you about, hey, I have my own music and I need to like be lifted and boosted up on my platforms. How can I have live shows with people all over the world? How can I do this in a positive way? After looking at your list, this is the time, you guys. This is it, because this shift that's about to happen, you want to stay indoors. Now, everybody else might be hungover tomorrow, and that's okay. You might be hungover too. You might be at home drinking your wine or like whatever, but you did a little bit of planning. And let me tell you, like, you can go hard, you know what I mean? But going at all is definitely like what gets you further, right? Every day that I sit down and I do Pilates and I do my 4, 8, 12. Wait, what's the next one? 16, all these counts of more reps over and over and over again. People are like, wow, like it's always that little edge that pushes you, that builds the strength, right? That builds the muscle that gets you in a better place. It's the practicing pop-ups. It's like really preparing and like waking up after a lesson and going to surf at night, or going really early when the swell is big, or just sitting to ride a few things. It's like that. It's the slightest bit of practice. Every little bit of practice is going to push you that much more over the edge. So this Thank you guys so much for joining. This is it. This is what's pushing us over the edge. So take that list. This is so serious. I love and care about you guys so much. So you definitely want to keep doing that. Go over that list for sure. Go over the list, 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 and prepare. Okay, listen, so if we are in a lockdown, if things do shut down, I'm not in a lack mentality, but I'm just in a prepared one because after the dark ages is the Renaissance. So you have a calling. You have a calling. Okay. I have other videos to watch. I've been like checking out, the history of gold and silver. What's his name with Mike? And I have some things I have to do on my own over here. And it's 8 o'clock. So feel free to put your waters outside if you can. And like you can make your own moon water. This is very spiritual, beautiful time. Okay, I will see you guys. Nos vemos. Me voy. Buenas noches.